Alright guys, everyone should have their primary source out, please. If you have any makeup works, please start turning it in. It's all due by Friday. Can you believe Friday is the official end of our first quarter together? It's wild. Your AP exam will be happening in the middle of the fourth quarter. So you only have like 3 whole quarters left. 2 whole quarters. Isn't that crazy? Anyway. Alright. India and Europe. Ibn Battuta, Moroccan Muslim jurist, traveler, and geographer from the travels in Asia and Africa, 1325 to 1354, describing the city of Constantinople. What do we know about Ibn Battuta? You should know a lot since you did your spice this weekend. What do you got? No, we don't know anything about him. Oh, God. So he's from Morocco. Where's Morocco? In Northern Africa. Northern Africa. He is a Muslim. Okay. He's a jurist. He's a traveler, geographer from the travels in Asia and Africa. This is his book. So is he educated or not? He's educated. Okay, he's actually like pretty boss. Describing the city of Constantinople. City of Constantinople is a what city? What? What kind of city? If he's Muslim, Constantinople is a what? It's a Christian city. It's also a big what city? Trading city. The city is enormous in size and in 2 parts separated by the Great River, the Golden Horde, in which there's a rising and ebbing tide. In former times, there was a stone bridge over it, but it fell into ruins, and the crossing is now made in boats. Okay, so it's now fell into ruins. So is the city still doing okay? The city has seen better times. Can we agree? The city has seen better times, but it sounds like it's still doing well. Okay, and the crossing is, you don't have to put them in order, Jamal. I already said that for you, darling. Please join us. And the crossing is now made in boats. The part of the city on the eastern bank, so eastern bank is what side? We know it splits the continent, the 2 continents. Eastern side is what side, Karishma? They're all Byzantine. Constantinople is all Byzantine. What continent is the eastern side, guys? Asian. Never eat soggy waffles. So it's eastern. It has to be on what continent? It's Asia. Okay, the part of the city on the eastern bank of the river is now called Istanbul. Istanbul probably means that side of the city is what? Muslim. There you go. Look at all the things we can inference here. And contains the residence of the emperor, the nobles, and the rest of the population. So if it holds the residence of the emperor, the nobles, and the rest of the population, is it wealthy or poor? It's very wealthy. It's bazaars. What is a bazaar? Yeah, it's a market. Okay, and streets are spacious and paved with flagstones. What are flagstones? You can raise your hand and tell me what's a flagstone. Paved with flagstones. Oh God, guys, haven't you parents gardened? It's a little rock path. Have you ever driven on like a stone road before? Like in the old, like if you go to Boston, parts of New York. Okay, does that show wealth or does that show poverty? Wealth. There you go. So, spacious and paved flagstone. Each bazaar has gates which are closed upon it at night, and the majority of artisans and sellers in them are women. So is this a good place to be a woman or a bad place? Good for women. Good. The city lies at the foot of a hill which projects about 9 miles into the sea, its breadth being the same or greater. On the top of the hill there's a small citadel and the emperor's palace. What's a citadel? It's a what, Raina? It's not. No, a citadel's not. What do you got, Patrick? Yeah, it's a fort. So if the city gets attacked, where do you go? The citadel. and the emperor's palace. Round this hill runs the city wall, which is very strong, cannot be taken by assault from the sea front. Within its circuit, there's about 13 inhabited villages. The principal church is in the midst of this part of the city. So if it's a church, okay, what is the religion? Christianity, even though it's called Istanbul. So we are seeing a Muslim influence, even though it's still a Christian city. The second part on the western bank, if it's on the western bank, what continent is it? Europe. Okay, bank of the river is called Galata and is reserved for the Frankish Christians. Frankish Christians are from what country? France. Okay, who dwell there? They are of different kinds, including Genoese, Venetians. Both of these are from what modern-day country? Italy. Romans, other Italians, and people of France. They are subject to the authority of the king of Constantinople, who sets over them one of their own, of whom they approve and whom they call the comes, or the count. So, they have what in the government, Cade? They have one of them appointed to oversee them. What does that show us? We have it in our government. What do we call it? Who can help them out? What do we call when they say authority of the king who sets over them one of their own to whom they approve? What do we call that? What do we got, Jamal? They have a representative in government. Does that show? What does that show us about this place? Hello. What does it show us? Walker, what does it show us?
Showing that they like the person that they represented.
Okay, yes. They like the people who they represent. But what does it show us about the government in Constantinople? Is it organized, disorganized? They're very organized. They have representatives of different people in town, correct? It has to be organized in order to do it. They are bound to pay a tax every year to the king in Constantinople, but often they revolt against him and he makes war on them until the Pope makes peace between them. So, do they get along? They have a lot of hostility. Even though it sounds like they have it pretty good. Can we agree? They have a representative in government, they have all this stuff, but they still fight. So, the Pope, okay, where's the Pope you think living here? Pope lives in Rome. They are all men of commerce, and their harbor is one of the largest in the world. I saw there about 100 galleys and other large ships, and the small ships were too many to be counted. So does that tell us there's a lot of money or a little money? A lot of money. Okay, the bazaars in this part of town are good, but filthy. Is this different? Is this how we describe the other side? No. So this is different than the eastern, and small, and a very dirty river runs through them. Their churches are filthy and mean. Alright, let's flip it over. Alright, what is the subject of the piece? What's the subject of the piece, Cade?
It's about Moroccan traveling to Asia.
What is it about, Cade? What's he doing the whole damn time? He's writing a book. No. Elizabeth. He's describing Constantinople. Would you agree with that, Cade? Who is the audience of the piece? Who is the audience of the piece, Cal?
I guess. What would it just be? People in, or people who, like.
Help him out, Ryan.
I would say it's like people who aren't from Constantinople who's like trying to do it.
Guys, Kate started it. Who is the audience of the book? Who's the audience of the book? Read the bold italicized. Who is the audience of the book, Melu? No. Guys, Geographer from the he writes a book. He's writing a book. So who is the audience? People? No, people are everywhere. Who is the audience? Who is the audience for the person who is writing a book? If you are writing the book, who is your audience, Munson? No one writes a book for themselves to read it, Munson. You already know how the plot ends, man. You already know. Who is it, Walker? Huh? No. Who is the audience of a person? He's writing a book. So who is the audience? Anyone who reads it. Yeah. Anyone who reads the damn book. When you're talking about an author of a book, the audience is the readers of the book. And most of them are probably going to be coming from, you could also reference Northern African people because you typically write for your own population, yes? But you have to mention the readers of the book. That makes a lot of sense, right? What is the purpose of the piece? Why does he spend all his time talking about the two different banks of Constantinople? Why? Abby. Okay, that's not awful. Okay, inform. Guys, help her out. It's not terrible. Callie? He's not from there. Guys, what is he doing what is he doing? What do you got, Dylan? He's comparing the coast. The purpose is comparing the two coasts. Who is the speaker of the piece? Who's the speaker of the piece, Greta? Okay, he's a very big person. He's a very big guy. He's a huge deal. You need to know his name. We're going to be talking about him. He goes around and he gives us insight into what's happening in Europe because we don't really know much. Okay? He is a Muslim what? Traveler? Yeah, he's a very big deal. He gives us great insight. What is his point of view? Why is he writing it when he wrote it? What is he telling us? He's a Muslim traveler. What is he telling us through this piece, Audie?
He's telling us that how telling us about Constantinople.
Yes, he's telling us about Constantinople. That's the purpose. But what is he telling us about Constantinople? What is his point of view? What does he think? Why is he writing it down? No. He is a Muslim traveler in Constantinople comparing the two coasts. What is his opinion, Zach?
He's talking about how the city has virtues and shortcomings.
Okay. What is his opinion? What's his opinion, Tristan?
He kind of prefers the Asian.
Yes! Absolutely. Why?
Because it's his religion.
Nah, you're not terribly wrong. You're not terribly wrong. But what's wrong with the other coast, Tristan?
It's not as clean.
It's dirty, Tristan. Do you hang out in dirty places, Tristan?
No.
Do you like going to dirty markets? Going hanging out by a dirty river? And going to mean churches? No. So, what is his point of view? Tie it all together for me. What is his point of view? Raina. Thank you. The Eastern Constantinople, eastern coast of Constantinople, is more advanced than the European-dominated western coast. What is the tone of the piece? What is the tone of the piece, Peyton?
It could be informative.
Don't tell me informative. He's not like casually saying, hey, by the way. It sounds judgy, doesn't it?
It's descriptive.
Okay, never a script stop tone. What do you got, Gunner? He's kind of disgusted. Would you agree? He's disgusted. He's disgusted. He is grossed out. And judgy. I don't know if AP would accept judgy, but we're writing. Alright, flip it over. Oh gosh, guys. Remember, if we don't finish this, you have to do it for homework. You know that, right? Okay. Document 2, Byzantine Patriarch Anthony, in a letter to the Grand Prince Vasily I of Moscow, defending the emperor in 1395. Byzantine Patriarch Anthony. What do you think we mean by Byzantine Patriarch? Do we think he's an emperor? No. Why isn't he the emperor? Because they'd call him a emperor. So, if he's not an emperor, but he's called Byzantine Patriarch, what is he? What do you think he is, Patrick?
Like in the elite class.
Okay, he's in the elite class, but what class do you think he's in? Most powerful, one of the most powerful men in the Byzantine Empire. He has a title. What do you think he's probably a part of? Hey,
Part of the church.
he's part of the church. Pope is father. We call chaplains of the church fathers in Catholicism. So he works for the church. He's a church official, probably pretty high up. In a letter to the Grand Prince Vasily I of Moscow, okay, so royalty, defending the emperor. Emperor of where? Byzantine Empire, I would assume. The Holy Emperor has a great place in the church, for he is not like other rulers or governors of other regions. This is so because from the beginning the emperors established and confirmed the true faith. What is the true faith of the Byzantine Empire? Christianity. In all the inhabited world. Okay, so they were the first ones to do it. They convoked the innumerable councils and confirmed and decreed the acceptance of the pronouncements of the divine and the holy canons regarding the correct doctrines and the government of Christians. So, what they are doing is they are codifying. Codifying means creating laws. Codifying Christianity. They are making laws to support it, right, Abby? Okay. They struggled boldly against heresy. What is heresy? Hello? No, it's people who are anti-church. Okay? And imperial decrees together with councils established the metropolitan sees of the archpriests and the division of their provinces and delineation of other districts. What this means is they are dividing up the empire into dioceses. Now, you may not know this, especially if you're not Catholic, okay? Every Catholic, like for instance, the state of Florida, fun fact, broken up into 12 dioceses. And each diocese is controlled by a cardinal. And then each cardinal, then there's a cardinal above the cardinal who's in charge of a region of states. And then there's one cardinal from the United States who represents us in the Vatican. Does that make sense? So we're creating this whole layer of bureaucracy. Why are they the ones creating this? You can raise your hand and tell me why is the Byzantine creating all these dioceses and all these laws? Why? Why, Sarah? It's organized, but why are they the ones organizing it? They're the first to have a Christian-based government. Okay? They are the first, so their foundation is going to spread. Would you agree if we have it here in the United States? Absolutely. Okay, established the Metropolitan Archpriest. For this reason, the emperors enjoy a great honor and position in the church. For even if, by God's permission, the nations, primarily the Ottoman Turks, have constricted the authority and domain of the emperor, still to this day the emperor possesses the same charge from the church and same rank and the same prayers from the church. So, what is this telling us about the Byzantine Empire? What is it telling us? Greta, what is it telling us? When they talk about the church, who are they specifically talking about? Nah. Oh my god, guys. I think you're going to be doing this all by yourself. Guys, who are they talking? Why is he going through? Let's try it again. Established. For this reason, the emperors enjoy a great honor and position in the church. When they mention the church, who do they specifically reference? Huh? Who is the church? No. Who's God's representative on earth, people? According to Christians, which are all Catholics at this point, who is it? The Pope. The Pope, people. Okay? Christianity hasn't divided yet. Everyone who calls themselves a Christian is a Catholic. Eventually, we're going to have Orthodox and Catholics. And then eventually, all of you non-Catholic Christians who aren't Orthodox are going to be coming with a guy called Martin Luther. Yes? That's coming later, in the 1500s. Right now, we're in the 1300s. For even if, by God's permission, the nations, primarily the Ottoman Turks, have constricted. Constricted means what? Shrunk. If you have constricted eyes, they were really, really small. Okay? Shrunk. And the authority and domain of the emperor. So are they losing territory or are they gaining territory? Losing territory. Still to this day, the emperor possesses the same charge from the church and the same rank of prayers from the church. What is it telling us about the Byzantine Empire? What is it telling us? Jamal?
Saying that the emperor is powerful in the church.
We're getting there. Although struggling, the Byzantines are highly respected. Jeez, guys. The Balius, it's a note, a Greek term for emperor, is anointed. What's anointed mean? Who can raise your hand and tell me what the word anointed? Oh gosh, what do you got? Chosen by God. Okay, so anointed with the great myrrh, and this appointed baseless and autocrator of the Romans. Okay, and indeed of all Christians. Everywhere, the name of the emperor is commemorated by all patriarchs and metropolitans and bishops, wherever men are called Christians. Is this telling me the Byzantine emperor is celebrated or hated? Celebrated. A thing which no other ruler or governor ever received. Indeed, he enjoys such great authority over all that even Latins themselves, who are not in communion with our church, render him the same honor and submission which they did in the old days when they were united with us. Oh my goodness. Underline this. What is he saying, ladies and gentlemen? What is this whole sentence telling us? What has happened? What has happened, Audie?
It's saying that like he's like so low respected that even people respect him.
Okay, so the church splits between Romans versus Orthodox. Okay, but who is still respected? The Byzantine Emperor. So much more to Orthodox Christians owe such recognition to him. Congratulations, we've just split the church for the first time. Why would he be writing to the Prince of Moscow if he's an Orthodox Christian? Why, Gunnar?
Because that upper regions are Orthodox.
Yes, Russians are Orthodox. That's why their art and churches look totally different than Roman. Oh my gosh. All right, what is the subject of the piece, Melu?
How like the Christian church works in Byzantine.
Not quite, not horrible, but not quite. What is it, Dylan?
About like the respect of the Christian church and Byzantine.
Respect that is given to Byzantine emperors. Who is the audience? Who is the audience, Carlota?
The prince.
Russian Orthodox Prince of Moscow. What is the purpose of his piece? Why would he write all this crap to an already Orthodox Christian in Moscow? Why would he write all of this to an Orthodox Christian in Moscow? Raina? Okay, so the church is split. We have Roman Catholics, and then we have Orthodox. Do you think there's a power? Do you think people are trying to reach for power at this point? Hello? Okay, so why would the head Christian, the head of the church in the Byzantine Empire, be writing a letter to Moscow? What are they trying to do? What is the purpose of the piece? What do you got, Ryan?
Just stop the Christian trying to seize power.
Okay, it's to secure Byzantine authority over Orthodox Christianity. Who is the speaker? Who's the speaker, Patrick?
Byzantine patriarchy.
And what does that mean? He's a high what?
He's high up in the church.
He's a high up church official. What is his point of view? Why is he writing it when he writes it? Why does he do it? Why? Bronson.
Because
Why would? So the church is just split. We have Roman Catholics, whose pope lives where? He doesn't live specifically in the Vatican, but where? What city in the world? Rome. Okay? So, we now have Orthodox Christianity. So it splits into two. Why would this guy be writing a letter to the largest country in the world, which happens to have the largest population in the world, that happens to be Christian Orthodox? Why is he writing it when he wrote it? He's trying to what? What do you got? Is he trying to sway their opinion, or is he trying to establish power? How is he establishing power here? Cite him. Well, how is he establishing power, Callie? Okay, yes, he's allied to the Byzantine emperor. But what is he saying about that Byzantine emperor? Cade, what is he saying? What about this Byzantine emperor? What gives him stability?
that they're like the true faith.
No. Anisha? Yes! Yes! Okay, even people who do not follow the same religion follow this guy. They like him. So what is he trying to do here? What is he trying to do? Remember, we have a Roman Catholic Pope. The Roman Catholic Pope lives in Rome. Roman Catholic, Rome makes a lot of sense. Okay, we have a newly formed Orthodox religion. What do you think this guy's trying to do? Gunner. No, Roman Catholicism is dead in Eastern Europe. It's dead. That's why the whole church split. We have one pope in Rome who is in charge of Roman Catholicism. The Byzantine emperor is trying to make a play. What is our boy's play, Tristan?
Trying to establish a head for Orthodox Church.
Say it again, Tristan.
Trying to establish the head for Orthodox Church.
He's trying to make who the head of the Eastern Orthodox Church. Well, you can make a play that he's trying to do it too. He's trying to make sure the new Pope of Eastern Orthodox comes from where? Comes from the Byzantine Emperor. Guys, no, Rome and them are done. They're done. They're done. They're done. There's two separate religions, two sects. Just like Sunni and Shiite separate from Islam, yes? Same faith, two different belief systems, same thing happening here. What is the tone of the piece? What is the tone of the piece, Greta? Nah, not proud. What do you got, Patrick?
Persuasive.
What is he persuading?
Well, he's trying to.
I'll take it. It's not awful. What do you got, Peyton?
I was gonna say he's glorifying the
I'll take it. Glorifying. Is he laying it out there? As in, like, this is how it's going to be? Absolutely. He is very, very clear and concrete about his explanations. Oh, geez. Take out your notes. Here we go, guys. That was painful. All right. Who can raise your hand and tell me where we left off, please? No one knows? Cool. Okay. We didn't get to Byzantine? Perfect. All right. So this is the government structure of the Byzantines. So the emperor has complete control, political authority, Christian leader, everything. Okay? When you are the leader of the Byzantine, you are in complete control of everything. You guys are going to be so far behind. All right.